Kids volunteers are the best volunteers. They do so much. They greet families. They get things ready for other volunteers to do their volunteering. They show up faithfully. They encourage me when I feel like I'm leading them. They actually are leading me and encouraging me, and I'm just so grateful for them week in and week out. From Sundays to Tuesdays, Confident Kids, to Wednesdays, Impact Royal Rangers, to our Easter Family Festival, which is a huge event that we do for the kids and their families. VBS, record-breaking this past summer. Over 220 volunteers signed up, showed up, and gave faithfully every single day for an entire week. I mean, we have the best kids ministry volunteers. About 15 years ago, when we first stepped onto this campus as a fractured family, if you will, somebody just kind of tapped me on the shoulder and came alongside me and my family and helped me navigate my boys into Royal Rangers and helped me navigate Sundays with my kids. And unbeknownst to them at that particular time, like, they really helped keep my family whole and helped get us healthy. And it was all because of the love and care of volunteers. And then somebody tapped me on the shoulder and asked me if I wanted to be a volunteer. And I was just like, oh, like, work with kids? Do that? Absolutely. I always knew that I was going to serve the Lord, and I didn't know how He was going to pull me or direct me or what have you. But because another volunteer tapped me on the shoulder and asked me to volunteer, my family has been forever changed. My family is forever healed. And I'm grateful for that. And it was all because of a volunteer.
There's no way we could do what we do without all the amazing volunteers. Like, for example, like without the movies, people will ask me like, oh, did we hire Thor? Did we hire Captain America? Did you hire professional actors for the Aladdin musical? And the coolest thing is to be like, no, like, that's our people. Like, every extra in Aladdin, that's our people. All the main actors, that's our people. The crew that's blowing everything up, man, that's like our volunteers, everything. All the characters and the people who set up the jumps for the kids. So, like, even without the movies, people are shocked when they find out this is our church. And then you've got like our weekend summer camp, which can't be done. There's no way our staff could do the summer camp without having like 50 tribe leaders and helpers and people who love the kids as much as we love the kids. And we had like over 230 students come to camp this year. That's because of the cafe. And that only happens when people show up early Sunday morning and they're selling donuts and coffee and they're creating an experience where people feel loved genuinely and practically. People who are working like 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, a 40-hour-a-week job, and yet they'll show up on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And like, I know it's exhausting. I know, like, when you have like a full-time job, 8 hours, and then you come and you have to like manufacture that energy to be with like crazy junior high and high school kids, like, I know that that's a sacrifice. And we have so many volunteers who make that sacrifice for 9 months in a row, every Wednesday night, just loving on kids and creating a tribe and an experience where kids are loved and they feel safe and they feel like they belong.
When I work with the team, the Connections team, and all the people that work with people coming to the church on Sunday mornings, and even in the ladies' Bible study and ministry to women opportunities, when they come and they walk into that room for the first time, they want to feel like somebody cares about them and that they belong, and that someone's there to help them find where the kids' ministry is and where the nursery is, where the bathroom is. It's all brand new, and it can be a little intimidating. So I've heard from so many people as I've talked with them over the last couple of years we've been here. I've said, how long have you been here at BBCC? And what made you decide to come here? And invariably I hear them say it's because they walked on campus and they felt the love from people. And that's something that I continually talk with my volunteers about, and I get their feedback on areas that they see that we can always improve, because they're on the front lines. They're the ones that are doing the greeting, and they're the ones that are out there helping people and hearing their stories and how people just have always loved the feeling at this church, and it's gone on for years. And so as we grow, we want to keep doing that always as volunteers, is keep making people feel welcome, that when they walk in, it's their home. They love the worship, they love the preaching and the teaching, but even more deeper than that, what keeps them coming back is the fact that they feel loved. Because if we didn't have volunteers who love to serve and who want to make other people feel welcome, we wouldn't be able to reach out in ministry. There's nothing better than having somebody give you a hug or a big hello when you come in on a Sunday morning when you've been down all week and you just need to know somebody cares about you.
One of the powerful things that we have to remember is that it's very easy to know what we do, but where sometimes we can lose contact with one of the most important things is why we do it. See, when we forget about why we do it, that's where it becomes an entry point for frustration or weariness or disappointment happens in there as well. And we can begin to ask ourselves, going, why am I doing this? Why am I putting in all this time, all this effort, all this sacrifice, all the money that I put in? I'm doing this and it doesn't seem like I'm making any difference at all. Can I just tell you today, for every one of you that are here today, all the hours, all the investment, all the time, all the sacrifices, that what you do matters. Not only does it matter to us as a church, but it matters especially to God. Because every time you serve, whatever area of ministry you may be in, whether it's preparing a lesson or teaching a lesson, holding a crying baby, whether it's standing at the door smiling and giving somebody a program, whether you're one of our behind-the-scenes security ninjas, or whether you're braving the parking lot and helping cars get off of our property on a Sunday morning, every time you do that, you make a difference in the lives of people, because every life that is changed, every marriage that's restored, every breakthrough that happens, you help to make that happen every single time you serve in the area of ministry. And I just want you to know this, that we're never going to know this side of heaven how many different ways God can take and use our willingness to serve other people, how many ways He's going to touch the lives of other people. We're never going to know that this side of heaven, but what we do know is simply this: you matter to God. Your volunteering and your willingness to serve is making a difference in the lives of people every time you say yes to serving. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for serving. And thanks for making a difference.